Welcome to the Unknown Soldiers Know Your Class Medic tutorial video. In this tutorial, we will show you how to save your buddies and not die in the process. First, you must know your role. A lot of times when people first pick up the medic kit, they see the light machine gun and think it makes them Rambo. It doesn't. As a medic, your job is to support your fellow teammates, not to jump out there and start spraying everything with bullets. Now that you know what you should be doing, let's look at the loadout screen. Here we have the primary weapon column. The first weapon is the default PKM LMG, and since it's the default weapon, it acts like it. It is average in just about everything. Next is the 249. It has the second highest rate of fire and decent stopping power. This makes it ideal for situations in which you expect to take short to mid-range contact. The third light machine gun is the Type 88. It has good stopping power at distance and manageable recoil, which makes it good if you expect to take contact in the mid to long range. Now we come to the M60. It does have a reputation of being overpowered because it has the highest stopping power of all the light machine guns, but it also has the slowest rate of fire, it has considerable recoil, and the smallest ammo capacity. The XM8 LMG has good stopping power, an average rate of fire, and manageable recoil, which makes it a good overall weapon for most situations. The MG36 has the exact same stats as the XM8, but it does have a built-in red dot sight, which means that you can open up that spec for something else. That makes it popular, but do note that it takes longer to look down the sights of the MG36, so if you're in a close quarters combat situation, it may not be desirable. And finally we come to the MG3. It has by far the quickest rate of fire of all the light machine guns, but at the same time, it does the lowest amount of damage. Next on the loadout screen are the pistols. You should be used to the pistols from your other kits. Do remember that you can use a tracer gun as your pistol. More on that later. Now we turn to the specialties. The lightweight pack can be helpful in the beginning of a round in Conquest when you're trying to cap flags as quickly as possible. This spec will allow your medkit to heal your buddies quicker and for there to be a smaller recharge time between defibrillator uses. This is your standard red dot. It facilitates the quick targeting of enemy units. This is the ACOG scope. It'll give you 4 times optical zoom when targeting enemies. This spec will allow you to carry more ammo but is utterly useless if you find yourself continually out of ammo with a light machine gun. You need to work on conservation of ammo. This spec will give you an extra grenade. This isn't as useless as an ammo upgrade, but there are so many other better specs that you can choose from. Now we turn to the second class of specs. The body armor spec will give you a quarter more health than your normal soldier. Still pretty useless. Magnum ammo, I'm sure you're already familiar with. It gives you more stopping power. This spec is very useful and it will give your medkits a larger area of effectiveness. This spec makes your light machine gun more accurate, but remember, you're a support player, you're not out there to get kills. This is by far the most useless spec. It will make your one grenade more effective. So now you have the proper loadout, and you're ready to give them hell. But do you know how that medic equipment actually works? The medic equipment is comprised of 2 things, the defibrillators and the medkit. Simple, right? Not so fast. Let's start with the very basics of reviving someone. When someone on your team dies, you get 2 indicators. You'll see an icon similar to a lightning bolt hovering over the corpse. The lightning bolt will be green if they're in your squad, gray if not. Additionally, you'll see the same icon with the same color scheme on your minimap where they died. Now I will show you the rules for intelligently reviving somebody. First, revive after the fight. Unfortunately, too many new medics find that they can instantly revive someone from any wound whatsoever and are bound and determined to keep that person upright, irrespective of the situation. Do not revive someone in the middle of a firefight. Their KDR will plummet and they will get mad at you. Secondly, do not be a hero. Invariably, there will be some idiot on your team who decides to rush out in the middle of the open and get himself killed. Don't follow him. You'll only get yourself killed. Instead, when he gets himself killed, and he will get himself killed, stay behind cover. That way he can spawn on you and you don't lose your tactically advantageous position. This may not be the most exciting route, but it will help you win matches. When at all possible, revive from cover. There is probably no more vulnerable position than a medic running to revive someone. Not only do you not have your weapon out, but the person who just killed your buddy will likely still be looking in the same general direction and will see you. So, when at all possible, stay behind cover so as to minimize your exposure to the enemy. Not only can you revive from cover, but you can also revive someone through a wall if their corpse is close to the wall. Granted, this won't happen often, but it is something you can try if you think someone is right on the other side of the wall. And finally, keep moving. There will be times when your buddy will die and you cannot revive him from behind cover. In this situation, you need to run up to his body, revive him, and then keep moving in one fluid motion. Now we will turn to the other piece of medic equipment, the med kit. The med kit is a small box that you throw on the ground that will heal your buddies when they're standing close to it. The medkit will stay deployed until you throw another one out, or it gets used up after 19 individual healing events. The medkit can be displaced, however, by explosives or direct gunshot fire. There is one more physical characteristic about the medkit that you need to know about. The healing zone of a medkit is a sphere, not a circle. It also ignores walls. This means you can drop a medkit on one side of a wall and your buddies on the other side of that wall can be healed by it. Also, you can drop a medkit on the second floor of a building and your buddies below it on the first floor can be healed as well. The first rule of proper medkit use is to drop medkits often. Whenever you see a friendly in a forward position and you think he may take contact, drop him a medkit. Even if he's not taking contact right this second, he may very well take contact in the future, and the medkit will be there for him to use when he needs it. But what happens when your buddy is pinned down by gunfire and you can't get him a medkit without compromising yourself? Remember, medkits can be displaced by direct gunfire. So, in this case, drop the medkit from behind cover and shoot it over to your buddy. One last thing that too often medics forget: use the medic specs. Oftentimes, medics will forget their support role and will pick specs such as a red dot sight or magnum ammo that will help them kill the enemy. However, oftentimes you can help your team out more by taking the medic specs and enlarging the zone in which the medic kit operates, and by decreasing the time it takes to heal someone completely when they're wounded. We're not quite done yet. I will now show you how to fire your weapon properly. When engaging an enemy, most new medics will send a continuous spray of bullets at their target, which is both ineffective and stupid. Here I take down my target, but it took me 66 bullets to take down one enemy, which is both inefficient and unlikely to happen on a regular basis. When engaging an enemy, especially at distance, learn to tap fire your weapon. By tap firing your weapon, you will minimize recoil, which will allow you to take down your enemies quicker and with less bullets. Ideally, you want to be able to shoot 1 to 3 rounds per tap. As a medic, you want to crouch when at all possible before engaging target. The medic class is the only class that gets an accuracy bonus when crouching. Although it's hard to see in this video, when you crouch, the distance between your crosshairs shrinks and you do become more accurate. Try it yourself. Now I will show you how to more efficiently reload. If you pay attention, about halfway through the reload animation, you will see that your gun registers a full clip of ammunition. The animation after this is all superfluous and is there to make the game look better or something. Let's look at this again a little more closely. Right here is where your weapon is fully reloaded, but how do you get rid of all the extra useless animation? Switch your weapon when the clip is full. Although it will take some practice. If you learn how to switch your weapon right when it registers your clip as full, then you will be able to more efficiently reload and get back into the action faster. Watch it again right here. And finally, for my last tip, remember to use your tracer gun. Although you're not an engineer, make sure to have a tracer gun ready so you can help out those engineers take out tanks, helicopters, or any other vehicles that may be in your way. After all, you have more than enough ammo in your light machine gun. Why not help out your team? This concludes the Unknown Soldiers Know Your Class Medic tutorial video. This video was made for and by the use of the Unknown Soldiers. If you're in another clan and enjoyed this video, please give us our props. If you're not in a clan and enjoyed this video, please give us our props and consider joining us at unkso.com. That's www.unkso.com.